yes, eternal life. We live so much for tomorrow. The day of today is gone. The future has come.
Eternity, what the next day will bring. All of life's problems, deal with them as they come. We've got to be strong, so life can go on. Worries will pass. You've got to live for today. Tomorrow never promises. Life goes by so fast. Illusion of life. The confusion of living. Today and yesterday. Tomorrow will come. Believe in yourself. Have a little faith. For that special day will come.
All we can have is our memory. Heaven's dream so bright before seeing the light. To treasure in our hearts for everlasting life. For all eternity.
Our hearts will survive. The Lord is on your side. Never stop loving. Keep your dreams alive. Believe in yourself. Have a little faith. Got to be strong.
Oh yes, eternal life. Oh please, Lord, grant us serenity. Those fears, so many fears of being afraid, and wipe away our loving tears. Oh yes, the loneliness, all our lost souls, for everlasting, endless love, for all eternity.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Danny Alcrez Eminem Records Talent Show, and it's our Sunday, May the 12th, and it's Mother's Day. And I'm here waiting for our guest to come in, so me and Anthony are going to handle the show today.
All right.
How are you, Anthony?
I'm doing fine. How are you? And happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
All right. Have another song we could play on
Yes,
this?
we do.
Okay.
We have, which one do you want to play on Danny's CD?
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
well, let's play the one, what is it called?
In Lord's Hands?
Okay, which
Number
one is
2.
it? Number 2. Okay, let's get into that right now.
Okay.
And we'll play that one.
Thank you.
Right here on KCAA, AM 1050.
Talent Show.
Tonight I write this song so sadly. Everywhere I look seems to be going mad. I sit here at night wanting to cry, thinking about the Lord, he's feeling so sad. How much pain have we put on him?
time it rains, I feel his love and tears. The blue waterfall that never stops flowing, once become of our humanity, had no ring. To the questions near the end of hope. We made a promise to love one another. Trustworthy's gone if we broke our word. Only the Lord says when it's our time. Peace and mankind are not the best of friends, because violence seems to be our way of life. Many world rivers gathering spilt red wine. Hope for children in this difficult time. Let's reach out our hands and make a stand and hold our hands high to the sky. Everywhere you feel is a wonderful spirit. Those lonely hearts at night wanting to cry. So just remember,
That's another one of my favorite songs by Danny Alcarez. I just like those first two songs.
All right. What was the name of that song?
In Lord's Hands.
In Lord's Hands. Okay,
Yes.
so Danny also has something spiritual on his
Yes,
CD
he
as well.
does.
Okay, that's a great CD. Is there an actual release date scheduled for that?
Actually, no. I was wishing a Christian group or somebody would really pick that up and do something with it, because it is a beautiful song.
Yeah, it is. It is. His whole CD is very well put together, and I wish him a lot of luck and success. I know that you work and spend a lot of time with him. Explain your role with what you do with Danny Alcarez.
Oh, goodness. Just about everything. He's taught me tremendous amounts of how to do business, how to deal with people that are probably a little more difficult to deal with than normal. And it's just a learning. It's an everyday learning process with him, and it's just you try something new, and he has more confidence in me than I do myself, and it kind of like gives you the drive to keep pushing.
That's great. That's great. I'm glad to hear that, too, because I noticed that you weren't always working with him, and you just started working with him recently. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. Okay. And then you're also very active in the community, and we kind of talked about this last week, but I just noticed coming into the Carousel Mall where we're located, right across the street, it looks like Stater Brothers is closed, and they're gone. Did they move, or what happened?
They closed that store down because of, I guess, the economy. They're not getting enough business there. And I guess basically the most business they got were homeless people hanging around the store inside and out. So it's turned into a Blythe area right there across the street. And it's really sad to say, but they had to leave.
Right, and by leaving, they vacated, and they've, basically when you have a store there like Stater Brothers, the anchor
exactly.
of that mall right there, what happens with all the other stores? They don't get the visibility anymore.
No, they don't, and actually they're probably more vulnerable for bad things to happen to them as well because they don't have the security guards there anymore.
That's too bad. That's too bad. I mean, Stater Brothers, anytime you have that, I mean, you're bringing in all the foot traffic you want, and those businesses end up kind of dropping in terms of their customer base just because the Stater Brothers is no longer there.
It's a shame that San Bernardino really needs to work with their businesses to keep them here and bring back more because without the businesses, they will not be able to rebuild.
The city doesn't thrive. Now, at one point, understood that right here on 5th Street there would talk about a hotel and a casino and all of that. What happened to those plans, do you know?
They were just ideas.
Okay.
And basically, I guess since this bankruptcy, everything's kind of like pushed on a back burner. I was wishing that they could just figure something out to get them back on track because the city I'm from, Colton, we were at the point of bankruptcy at one time.
Okay.
And we were actually to the very bottom, no choice to go. And we seem to get it together and come back, and we have a surplus where we're stable, and they're hiring back the employees that they actually let go at that time when we had to cut back. And so I know it's possible, and I can't. And it's a shame that this city is so large for it to have that kind of desperate problem.
Right.
I personally just think it's mismanagement.
Of course.
And I would just. One thing that bothered me was Succombe Lake. That lake, I was there for the May Day March, and I was dumbfounded to see how bad that lake looked. That is a beautiful park that has gone to nothing, to ruins.
Right.
And that's a shame. That's taxpayers' dollars. That's where people should be taking their kids on the weekends, feeding the ducks, and it's a shame that they just let it go and let the bad people take it over and not do anything with it.
Right.
That's where the people of San Bernardino need to speak up and stand up for themselves and do something for their own. And not rely on the government to do it. When they can't do it, the people need to do it.
Right. It looks like more of a symptom of the city itself had to cut back all kind of programs, including the cleanup and the maintenance of that area, the community around there. And if you let that go, you let a vital part of the community go. And this is a very strong area because the downtown, being that not only is the county seat, but it's also the city of San Bernardino, and it's a major city. They got a beautiful airport that nothing is being done right there, and the job situation is just terrible out here. And as a result, you start to see the blight that exists in a lot of big cities when some of the key businesses are no longer in place.
Right. In Colton, we got down to where from our parks and our building people, we got down to just the 2 supervisors were the employees. They did it on their own. And when they couldn't do it on their own, the community also helped out to keep up the parks and the city looking good.
Right.
That's why I wish people in San Bernardino would take a step up and say, hey, I don't want my city looking like this no matter what, and do something.
I'm sure there's a movement in place to get that done because that's a beautiful lake, and it's part of the city.
That should be our Fairmont Park. That park at Succombe Lake should look like our Fairmont Park does in Riverside. That's how the capabilities it should have. It should be having summer concerts there because of the beautiful stage and stuff it has present.
Okay.
And it's a shame to see it go to waste.
Okay. Is there any conversation going on that you know of regarding doing anything about these things?
No, I haven't found out yet, but I am going to be looking into it to see if there's anything I could spark to get something going because it really upset me to see it that way.
That's
It
too
was
bad.
sad.
That's too bad. Yes.
I'm gonna call it Squirrel Park because there's so many squirrels there now.
Well, they've got a feed too, and they got a place
Yeah.
to go to. And the reason why they're there is obviously because it's enough for them in terms
Right.
of food. If they weren't getting fed, trust me, they would not be there.
That's true.
Exactly. So what else is going on in the community, either here and in Colton? Tell us about it.
Colton's doing pretty good. We have our birthday in July 14th. It's the birthday of Colton. Will be 126 years old.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to be having a big event this year where I believe they're going to have a car show and some pretty good stuff going on. So it's going to be a pretty big celebration this year.
Okay, that's good. Looking forward to that. And you said that's in July?
Yeah, July 14th.
That's actually my mother's birthday,
Is
July
it really?
14th. Yes,
Ah.
it is. Yes. Exactly. So that's also going to be a memorable date. So if I needed to remember what date that is on my mother's birthday, July 14th,
Yeah.
in the city of Colton. All right. So the next song in this CD, tell us. Sounding tune from a great album, great CD.
Yeah, and
You
Manny
can-
Martinez, he's out there working so hard at getting their promotion stuff done and stuff, and he just works himself to death.
Yes, he does.
And I give him
Yes,
a lot
he
of
does.
respect for doing so.
Absolutely.
From Eminem Records, yes.
From Eminem Records, yes, absolutely.
One of
he
our
does.
talent show producers here.
Yeah, one of the sponsors of the show
Yeah.
here. Yes, so yeah,
Along
they
with
do
Danny.
it. Along with Danny, who will be in the studio sometime shortly.
Yes.
So we've got a whole lot of activity tonight, as you already know.
Yes.
Coming up next is the Glamour Dows.
Oh, yes, they're here
Featuring-
knocking on the door.
They're knocking on the door. Okay, just as we're speaking right now, the Glamour Dows featuring the Boss Lady and Crispy Taco. Coming up later will be the Danny Alcarez Talent Show.
So with Brandy and Boogie Brown. You know, I met Boogie's mother's Friday night, too, at the Tierra.
Old school music
Yes.
from Tierra. Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
their new
like...
album they have out, the 40th year anniversary album, has Danny's Mi Amor song on it, and it's a beautiful song. And people should go out and buy that CD because the whole CD is actually a good CD. And
They're
it's
back.
worth every penny you pay for it.
They are back. I got a chance to see them perform in Riverside, and they sounded so great.
Yeah.
And I remember that song when it first came out, and it was back in 1981.
Right.
They explained that as well. They said that that song had taken them all over the world.
Yeah.
Just based on that one song, and they started off on the Merv Griffith show.
Yeah.
That's how
But I
old
remember
school
that when
they
I was a
were.
little girl.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That blonde-headed man.
Okay. Yeah, see, they started off there, and they took it all over the world with that
Yeah.
one song. And they said, you know, they don't mind performing that to this day, and it's a very still heavily requested
Yes,
song
it
every
is.
time they perform. So hats off
Yes.
to Tierra, and that sounds like a great CD. We're gonna play some more songs on that, you know, on this CD from Danny Alcarez,
Yes.
and we'll be back
Okay.
right after this
Great.
commercial.
That time
Joe will be back next week, and with some new ideas. I think he's going to bring somebody on about Facebook, about hackers of Facebook, how you can handle it.
Okay.
And that might be interesting because I don't know, there's been a lot of people that have been having problems with hackers on their Facebook, so it could be pretty interesting.
That would be a very interesting show. We'll have to stay tuned for that next week. So once again, Joe will be back
next Sunday.
Next Sunday night, and his show is on every Sunday night from 5 o'clock
to 6.
To 6. The only thing that would change that or alter that would be the Inland Empire 66ers baseball game.
We might come on a little bit later, but we'll be here.
We'll be here every Sunday night, followed by the classic Glamour Dolls, who are coming up next.